Hi everyone. So just coming onto your mat, we'll take a moment to just come onto our knees. And we're going to take our knees nice and wide tonight and just bring our hands down, coming into a child's pose. So the toes are touching, the knees are wide, and we're just going to extend the arms out and rest our head on the mat. So just bring your focus to your breathing, taking nice deep breaths in. You can move your hands a little wider if you want, if you've got any pressure in the shoulder. It's a nice way to open up the back. And just take a nice deep breath in, feeling the breath come. And then slowly walk the hands back in. And walk your hands over to the left. And then lower yourself down so that you're getting a side bend through the child's pose. Feel the stretch in the side of the body. You might even feel the stretch in that right hip. You want to feel that right hip drawing down towards the heel. Then gently walk your hands back in and walk your hands over to the right. Gently lower yourself down towards the floor, again working on getting the side stretch through the left side. Notice the difference in the sides. Feeling your breath. And then gently bring the hands back in, bring the knees back in, and coming onto all fours. So tabletop, spread your fingers nice and wide, have your knees underneath your hips and your back flat. Just take a nice deep breath in, just lift up into the upper body. And then let the belly come towards the mat, looking forward. Take a nice deep breath in, lifting up. And then again, let the belly go towards the mat, looking forward. One more, lifting up into cat. And then let the belly go towards the mat. Good. From here, take your right arm, lift it up, and just take it underneath your left arm. But we're not going to come all the way to thread the needle. We're going to lift up a few times, inhaling as we go up, exhale as we come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Last time up, inhale up. And this time full thread the needle. So you're going to take the arm all the way underneath and lower your shoulder to the mat and rest your head on the floor. Let your left hand come above your head but on the floor. If you want to, you can bring your left arm around your back towards your right hip. So you get a full twist through the body. Release your left hand. Place it underneath your shoulder and lift yourself up and open to the sky again. Bring that right hand back down. From here, lift your left arm up, repeating on the other side. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And this time we come into our thread the needle. Bringing the shoulder to the mat. The hand comes all the way through and onto the floor. Your right arm goes above your head, or if you want to, you can go to the variation and take it across your back. Take nice deep breaths in here. And then bringing your right hand down, gently lifting yourself back up and reaching that left arm up. Then bring it down nice and gently. From here, tuck your toes underneath. So you're going to toe tuck, spread the toes out, and then gently put the weight back onto them. It's going to be quite a strong sensation in the feet. If it's too much, you can always lift up onto the knees here, okay? But the best results is to come back onto them. And then just gently lift the arms and circle them out. Both at the same time, circling out. Nice big circles. Good, and then bring the hands forward, coming back onto all fours and just lifting the toes out, giving the feet a little bit of a shake. From here, you're going to keep your knee in line with your hip, walk your hands right forward of the mat, and then gently lower yourself down into puppy pose. Take a nice deep breath here, and then walk the hands back in. Keep your feet hip width apart, tuck your toes underneath, draw your chest back towards your thighs and lift yourself up into downward dog. So it doesn't matter if your heels touch the floor, you can have the heels up, but you want to be drawing the chest back towards the thighs. Take a breath or two here, and then gently raise the heels, lifting up onto the toes, and then lower back down. Inhale, lift up onto the toes, and exhale down. Two more. Inhale up onto the toes, and exhale down. Inhale up onto the toes, and lower down. Gently walk your feet towards the front of the mat, bending your knees if you need, and holding on to your elbows as your body hangs forward. Take a nice deep breath in as you gently roll up. And then bring the hands to the heart. Spread the toes of your left foot. Place the weight into your left foot and extend your right leg out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in here and just lift the arms up, reaching up. And this is the first stage, okay? So you can stay here working on this, or you can bring your hands towards your foot and bring it up. If you have a strap or a tie, you can wrap it around your foot too. Holding here. And then release. Good. Standing into Tadasana. So bring the feet together, let the hands come down beside you. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the difference in the legs. Take a moment. Then gently move the weight into the right foot, lifting your left leg up. Holding here. Arms come up. This is the first stage. Just work on your balance. For some people, this will be enough. If you want to, you can reach down Grab your ankle or your foot. I'm a bit more wobbly on this side. Lifting up, holding here. Again, you can use the strap if you have one at home. And then gently release and stand into Tadasana. Take a nice deep breath in here. Feel the weight on both feet. Then from here, step your feet wide, turning your toes inwards. Nice deep breath in, lifting the arms up, and then gently folding forward towards the floor. Keeping both legs straight, toes turning in, bring your hands to the floor. Deep breath here, lift your right arm up. And then gently thread the needle. So underneath your left hand, towards your left foot. You might not be able to touch there, you might be touching the ankle, but you're keeping the legs straight. Gently lift up again. And then thread the needle. Again, working with the breath, inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. This time lift all the way up and we're going to swap the hands. Deep breath. Left hand comes up. Thread the needle towards the right foot and up. Thread the needle to the right foot and up. And again. Thread the needle and up. Last one. Taking it underneath that right hand towards the right foot and then taking it up. Bring both hands down. So from here you can gently walk your hands up along your legs, or you can just lift your upper body up, engaging your core. Step your feet together, coming to that front of your mat and lifting both arms. Take a nice deep breath in here. As you fold towards the floor, bend your knees if you can't touch the floor and step back down. From here, depending on where you're at with your body, you can lower yourself down on your knees or you can come into plank here and you want to really activate the core and lower down. Keeping the hands underneath the shoulders, gently lift up into cobra. So you're lifting the front of your chest up, looking forward. Gently lower down and move back into the child's pose that we did in the beginning. Or if you want a more dynamic practice, your feet are hip width apart, you're drawing your chest back towards your thighs and lifting up into downward dog. So either one, child's pose or downward dog, depending on how dynamic you would like your practice to be. If you're in child's pose, please come into downward dog now. For those once we're all in downward dog, lift your right leg up, bend at the knee, and open and look underneath your right armpit. Then from here, you're going to step the leg through, okay? Drop the back knee. Take a nice deep breath in and lift up into that low lunge. Breathing in and out. Feeling the lunge, allowing the knee to be in line with the ankle. From here, bring your hands down to the floor. Gently lift the back knee. Move your hips back. So if you have trouble touching your hands to the floor, you can use a block or a book, either one of the two that you have at home. Straightening that front leg and dropping the head towards the knee. Then gently bend that knee, drop back down, lifting up into the lunge. Good. Bring the hands back down. We're going to repeat. Lift the back knee, gently straighten the front leg, drop the head towards the knee. Then from here, bend that knee, drop the back knee, low lunge. This time, open into cactus and really look up to the sky if your neck's okay. Deep breath here. Gently bring the hands back down, lift your back knee, straighten your front leg and drop the head towards the knee. Then from here, bend the knee, drop down, low lunge last time. Holding here. From here, bring the arms out, looking up, cactus arm. Then extend both arms out to the side, and you're going to bring the left hand underneath the right, binding the arms. So if this is hard with the elbows together, you can just hold the shoulders, okay? Gently release the hands down and step back to tabletop. Take a moment here, you can come into child's pose. Or if you prefer the dynamic track, just come straight back into downward dog. Deep breath in. Those in child's pose, please come into downward dog. And then lift your left leg. Bend at the knee and open to the side. Take a nice deep breath in. Gently step that leg forward. Coming into the lunge, lifting up. Low lunge. Gently bring the hands back down, tuck the back toes. Gently straighten that front leg. Move the hips forward, coming back into that low lunge, reaching up with the hands, and then gently opening to cactus, looking up to the sky. If you're okay. Your neck's okay, your chest's okay, arms okay. And then gently bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and straighten the front leg, dropping the head towards the knee. Move the hips forward, bend the front knee, drop the back knee, lifting up to that low lunge again. Into cactus, and this time let the hands go out wide. Right hand comes in front underneath your left, coming to the bind. Gomukhasana arms. Deep breath here. Gently release the arms. Bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Straighten, drop the head towards the knee. Coming back into that low lunge. Stepping back now into tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath. Take a nice deep breath in, lifting up into downward dog. Bend your right knee and straighten your left leg. Then switch. Left leg bent, right leg straight, and switch. So walking the dog here. And then gently walking your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Hanging forward in Uttanasana, holding the elbow. Taking a nice deep breath in here. Gently rolling up. Reaching the arms above the head and then bringing the hands down. Coming into Tadasana. Bring the feet together. Feeling your weight on your feet. Nice deep breath in here. Take the arms out, shoulder height. Step your legs out wide. Turn your toes inwards. Turn your right toes out to the side, keeping your legs straight. Hinge at the hips and reach as far as you can reach with your right hand. Keep your left shoulder back. Bring that right hand down to anywhere along the leg and gently bring your left hand up in line with your right hand, palm facing forward. Deep breath here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. My favorite pose. Deep breath in, lifting up through the torso, pivoting on the feet. So right foot comes at a 45, left foot turns all the way out. Keeping that left leg nice and straight. Hinge at the hips, reaching out as far as you can reach. Gently bring that hand down. Bring the right arm up in line. Palm faces out. Triangle pose on the other side. Trikonasana. Deep breath here. Feel the difference on the sides. Maybe they're the same. Maybe one side feels a bit tighter than the other. So just notice those little differences without judgment, but more just as an awareness of where your body is at. Take a nice deep breath in, lifting up. And then from here, bring the hands to the heart, pivot on the back toes and gently lower yourself down. So bending the front knee, coming back down to the lunge. And then gently bring the hands down, stepping back to tabletop. Take a nice deep breath in so you can come into plank or you can lower down from your knees here or into plank. Lower all the way down. Keep the hands by the shoulders, lifting up into cobra. So still low, letting our back open up. Taking a nice deep breath in here, pushing back to tabletop. Knees in line with the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Gently take that right leg back now. Bend the knee and reach back with your left hand towards that foot, arching through the spine, holding onto the toe, lifting up through the chest. And then release, extend both hand and foot out and replace to tabletop. Taking that left leg out now, bend the knee, reaching back with your right hand, holding here. This is going to work your core, work your balance. Now, if it's hard, you're welcome to just extend straight away, okay? Holding here. Deep breath. And then release, extend both out, and bring the hands down. Good. Child's pose. Bring the toes together, knees wide, dropping the head, softening into child's pose. If you want more dynamic practice, coming into downward dog. For those in child's pose, coming up into downward dog. Taking a nice deep breath in here. We're going to lift our right leg up again. This time we're going to take it forward to the outside of the right hand and drop the left knee down. Take a nice deep breath in here. Staying here in dragon. So if you know that you want to go down a little bit deeper onto the forearms, you can as well. We're not going to stay here too long. You might just stay on the hands, take a nice deep breath in, and then just move the hips back and straighten through that front leg, dropping the head towards the neck. Move the hips back, and you're going to slide that leg, shimmy it out to the side so that it's straight out to the side. Okay? Coming up, just in line with your knee. The side view, like so. Take a nice deep breath in gate pose, and then coming over towards the straight leg. The top palm faces down towards you. Deep breath. Gently coming back to the center. Bringing the hands down to the floor. Moving back into tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath. Lifting back up into downward dog. And then lifting your left leg up. Step it forward to the outside of the left hand. Dropping to the back knee. Coming into this lunge, the dragon lunge. So if you want to come to the forearms, you're welcome to if your body allows. If not, staying on the hands, just allowing the stretch in the hips. Gently move the hips back now. So if you're on the forearms, come up onto your hands, straighten that front leg, drop the head. And then move the hips back, and you're going to shimmy the leg out to the side. So the foot is in line with the knee, coming to gate pose on the side. Reaching the arms up, coming into a side bend towards the straight leg, palm facing down towards the floor. Deep breath here. Gently coming up, bring the hands back down and bring the leg back in, coming into tabletop. Extend your right leg behind you, and this time step it forward in between the hands. You're going to tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, drop the heel of the left foot to a 45. From here, lift your upper body up and extend both arms out from the shoulders and look out over your front arm. Your right knee is in line with your ankle. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana Ii. Deep breath here. Gently turn the palms up, reaching the hands above your head. Interlock them up towards the sky. Release them back down to be level with the shoulders. And then bend your front elbow, bring it to the thigh for side angle pose. Now, if you know the full variation, you're welcome to do that too. Bring the hand to the inside of the right foot. Otherwise, just bring your left hand overhead and the palm faces down towards the floor. Side angle pose on the right side. Then bring the left hand down, allow it to roll forward towards the floor. You're going to pivot on the back foot, drop the back knee to the floor, and lift your right arm up so you're in a twist. Deep breath here. Bring that hand back down. Move the hips back. Straighten that front leg. Head towards the knee. Move the hips forward and step back to tabletop. Take a nice deep breath. If you need to take rest at any time, just come into child's pose and join back in. Extend that left leg now. Step it forward in between the hands. Take a nice deep breath in. As you tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and drop the right heel to a 45. Windmill yourself up into Virabhadrasana Ii. Arms in line with the shoulders, the knees in line with the ankle. Taking a nice deep breath in here. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Reach the arms to the sky, interlock the fingers and press up. Take a nice deep breath here. And then release back down to shoulder height. And then bend your left elbow, bringing it to the left thigh. Bring your right arm all the way over your head so that the palm faces the floor. You're lengthening through the side of the body. You want to feel it in the rib cage on the right side here, okay? You're reaching over. If your neck's okay, you can look up to that top hand, or you can look down towards the floor. If you know the full variation and you want to do it, you're very welcome to do that too. Then from here, let this hand come forward towards the floor. Pivot onto the back toes. Drop the back knee. Bring the hand to the floor and bring the left arm up, coming into that twist. Taking a nice deep breath in here. Bring that hand back down, tuck the back toes and step to the top of your mat. Your feet are hip width apart and you're going to hang your body forward, holding onto your elbow in Uttanasana. Forward fold. Take a nice deep breath in, gently roll up through the spine. Reaching the hands above the head, all the way up. And if you want to, you can come on to the toes. And then gently bring the hands down to the heart. Taking a nice deep breath in here. Feel the weight on your left foot. Gently turn your right knee out to the side. So you can bring the foot to the left ankle here, or you can bring it to the shin, but never to the knee. You can go into the full variation, or you can reach the arms above the head. So this might be where you stay for your tree pose. Taking nice deep breath in here. Holding, activating, being strong in that leg. Feeling like you have roots going into the floor. Gently release the hands down. Drop your right leg, walk the feet out. Plant the weight into the right foot now. Feeling that leg get strong. Gently turn your left leg out to the side. Don't let that left hip collapse. Lift up through it. Deep breath here. So this might be where you stay. You can bring it to the shin, or if you're full variation, up into the groin. Take a nice deep breath in here. You can keep your hands low or bring them all the way above your head, reaching up to the sky. Notice the difference on the sides. Which leg is stronger, maybe softer. You might find that one side's easier to turn the knee out on. But just noticing those little things, becoming aware of how your body feels. Get in tune with your body. That's what yoga does. It's called a union to yoke between mind and the body. Deep breath here and just release the hands down. Stepping the feet together, standing into Tadasana, mountain pose. Nice and strong, nice and balanced. Keep the legs together here. Gently bend the knees, reaching the arms up, coming into chair pose. The knees are bent, arms come up. Nice deep breath in here. Gently straighten the legs, standing into Tadasana with the hands at the heart. One more deep breath in, lift the arm, chair pose. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Holding here. Gently straighten. Nice deep breath in here. I lied. One more. Coming into chair pose. I like to do things in threes. And then from here, gently straighten the legs as you fold forward towards the floor. Keep your legs bent if you can't touch the floor. Bring the hands to the floor and step the right leg back. Step the left leg back. Take the knees wide, toes together, coming into child's pose. If you want to be more dynamic, you can come into a downward dog. Just take a few breaths here. Gently come up onto tabletop now. If you're in downward dog, come to tabletop too. So we're going to do side plank. Now I'm going to demo you the beginner's version. So from here, you're going to take your right leg back and you're just going to reach your arm up. So you want your left leg is on the ground, bent, side plank. Okay? This is the first version. This is one variation of side plank. Next variation is you come into plank, roll onto the left foot and bring your right foot in front. So you're reaching up. This is the next variation. Or if you want to try the full variation, stacking both feet together, you're in plank, rolling onto the side of the feet, bring the arm up, side plank on the left hand. And then gently release that down to plank. Coming down to the knees, and we'll swap sides so you can see. You're going to plant your right hand. First variation, right knee stays down, left leg comes out, reaching up. First plank. Next variation, come into plank, roll onto your right foot, bring your left foot to halfway in the mat in front of you, bent knee. Next variation, legs stacked on top of each other, reaching up. Deep breaths. Holding here. Smiling. And then gently release. Good. Lower all the way down to the mat. Taking a nice deep breath in. Bring your forearms in front of you and lift your chest up. You're going to bend your knees. Taking deep breaths here. Then gently release the hands and lift just your right leg up. And release. Lift your other leg up. And release. Good. Pushing back either into a downward dog or a child's pose, whichever you prefer. Gently coming into tabletop. And just lift the chest again, rounding through the spine. And then let the belly come towards the mat, chest forward, looking forward. Take a nice deep breath in, roll through the spine, lift up. And then gently let the belly come towards you. Good. Now from here, this is our last really strong pose. It's going to work your core a little bit, so just be gentle with yourself if you haven't been working your core much. So there's lots of variation. So just touching the elbows here, making sure the width is correct. Then interlocking the fingers. And from here, you just tuck the toes. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. You're going to lift the hips up. And the harder you want to do it, you can walk your feet in. So first option is just lifting the hips, staying here, keep the head off the ground, or you can walk the feet in a little bit further so that you get a lifting action through the shoulders. You're really activating the core. And then you can lift one leg up. This is the next level. And then release. And then lift the other leg up. So if it's too much, you can come down and just do two of them rather than hold them. And then gently release down to the knees. So dolphin pose is quite a nice one to do. Keep the head nice and low. We're going to do it one more time. The length of time that you do it is just dependent on how you feel. Okay? It's quite a strong pose. I do like to do it in beginners classes because it builds strength in the shoulders and in the core. So again, bring the hands down, feel the elbows, interlock the fingers, tuck the toes underneath, lifting up, walk the feet in, if that's okay with you. Head is off the ground. If that feels okay, lift your right leg, holding here. Release, lift your left leg, holding here. And release, lower down to the knees. Take the knees wide, toes together, coming into child pose. Deep breath here. If you want to do a downward dog, you're very welcome to. Gently walk your hands back in, and you're going to come onto your buttocks. Extending the legs out in front. Take a nice deep breath in and bring your right foot in towards your left thigh. And then take your left thigh out to the side. From here, you're going to side bend. So bringing that left hand along the left leg, bring your right hand over top and side bend into this pose. So we're opening up through the rib cage, taking nice deep breaths in. Gently lift back up. And then this time, turn towards your left leg and you're going to fold forward. Walk your hands back in. Bring your right hand behind your back and you're going to place the weight into your right leg and lift your left arm up and over your head into wild thing. Baby wild thing. And then bring it forward and just come into that forward fold now. Gently walk your hands in. From here, bring both legs to the center and swap sides. So you're going to take your right leg out to the side, your left one in towards your right thigh. Side bend first. Bring the hand along, holding anywhere along the leg with the foot. And then bring the left hand overhead into that side bend. Deep breath here. And then gently lift up. Holding over your right leg now. And then coming up, you bring your left hand behind you. Bring the weight into your left leg. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Lift the hips. Bring your right hand up and over into that back bend. Gently coming down into the forward fold. Walk your hands back in. Release the legs out. Bring the soles of your feet together now. So you can have them quite close into the groin or a bit further away, depending on if that feels appropriate for you. Deep breath in and just gently fold forward. Just let the head hang. Taking deep breaths here. And then gently coming up. Release the legs out. Gently coming down onto your back. Lying on your back here. You're going to place the feet onto the floor. Take your right leg and place it over your left leg. And then let your hands come out beside you and bring your knees down to the right. Take a nice deep breath in. If your neck is okay, you can turn your head away from your knees. Gently bring the knees back to the center. Swap the cross of the leg. So bring the left one over the right now. And then allow your knees to come down to the left. Let your head turn to the right if your neck is okay. And just allow yourself to slow down and feel your breath as we start to wind down towards our relaxation. Gently bring the knees back to the center. Release the cross of the legs and draw the knees into the chest. Place both hands on top of the knees and just gently circle the knees, massaging the lower back against the mat. And then just releasing the knees, let the legs come out along the mat. Setting yourself up for relaxation, where you're going to be still for a little bit of time and just listening to my voice. You can extend your legs out and let them come into a comfortable position. Let your arms come down beside you. It's nice to have the palms facing up to the ceiling as it opens the chest. But if for any reason that's not comfortable for you, please just find yourself a comfortable space. And just start to notice your breath. Feel your breath coming in and out. Notice how your body feels. Allow yourself to come into a comfortable space where you soften through the back of the body, through the front of the body, and try to release and relax the muscles in the whole of the body. Feel your breath as it flows. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Closing your eyes if you haven't done so already. And just really allowing yourself to come into stillness. Use your breath to notice your body as you breathe in. Start to just notice your arms. Feel your arms become heavy and soft, letting go of any tension that you may have. Taking deep breaths in. Now noticing your legs. Feel the calves, the ankles, the feet, the knees, the backs of the knees, the thighs. Feel the top of the legs where it connects into the hip. Feel your whole pelvis soften, your buttocks. Everything becomes soft and heavy. Each breath allows you to go deeper into stillness. Just feeling the breath flowing in and out. Softening through the head, the neck, the shoulders, arms, upper back, upper chest, the rib cage, the belly, the lower back, the buttock, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, the soles of the feet, everything softening, releasing the body, completely letting go. Bring your mind to just focus on your breath. Noticing the flow of breath as it comes in and out. You may even want to change the length of breath, increasing the length of your inhalation and exhalation. allowing the breath to come in and out at a pace that feels right for you. Keep noticing the breath. And if your mind wanders, just let go of any thoughts. Bring it back to that flow of breath, going in and out. Take a nice deep breath in now. And sigh the breath out. One more deep breath in. And out. Allow your breath to move back to its natural rhythm. Flowing in and out. And gently just wiggling the fingers and the toes. Allowing movement to come back into the body. Slowly waking the body back up. Allow that movement to spread. You could even reach through the fingers and the toes, extending the arms above the head. Extend through the feet. And then gently release. Bring the feet to the floor. And just roll off to the side. Resting your head on your arm. Open your eyes back up. Let the light filter back in. Place the hands underneath you as you lift yourself back up to a seated position. Nice, easy cross leg. Lengthen your spine and rest your hands on your knees. Take a nice deep breath in and then release it out. Bring the hands to the heart. We'll close our class tonight with a single Om. Feel free to join me. No one can hear you. Take a nice deep breath in. Om. May peace stay with you. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me, and good night.